LL Cool J, we've met. LL Cool J was like his name, but was calculated. I was the stage security for a Stevie B concert. Who was the headliner of a concert in San Jose, California. LL was about to walk onto the stage, but LL waited till the first announced MC Hammer in 357. Hammer was just coming out, so we, or I didn't know who he was. Uh, so when I or the crowd heard Hammer's name, the response was so-so. LL then proceeded to walk, up the stairs, and I stuck my arm out and stopped him, and my hand actually, on his chest. Then my boss, just said, just let him go. And I didn't know who LL was until they announced his name. I heard we have a special guest appearance, LL Cool J. And the crowd gave a louder applause than what we gave Hammer or what they gave Hammer. Like I said, LL was cool but calculated. I heard of LL, but I hadn't seen LL in person or on TV, to know what LL looked like. As he stood right in front of me, I didn't know who he was. Hammer, I knew because, he was standing over there and it was about, he obviously knew what was about to happen because when they announced, Hammer's name, Hammer didn't move, or stop, his preparations for, taking the stage. LL was standing at the stage steps, side steps, leading down to the VIP section, of the concert, before the announcement. And the rest is history, as one of my roommates and old friends hooked up with Hammer and his team. And the last time I talked to Peter, he was in a fat 500 SL pink Benz. So Hammer became Hammer, and 357 became another group, who are very the definition of what I consider hype. At least that's what hype meant at the time. I don't know what it means now. I had never seen anything like them. 3 bundles of energy with nice butts. Hammer was the best at what he did. So I wish Hammer stayed Hammer. We had other gangster rappers at the time, but I know it's hard for a black man to take being called soft. But Hammer had one of the biggest houses I'd ever seen on a hill out in Fremont. So if that's soft, I'll take a full dose of that. LL, now is one of the biggest stars of them all, and has definitely been crowned. I had the best seat at the concert. Of course, my girlfriend at the time didn't like me picking girls only to come out on stage at TVB. He asked me to invite people in the crowd, from the front row onto the stage at the end of the concert. His voice was giving him trouble because this was like our second or third concert we had done that weekend. But I was with him all that weekend. It was great to be, working and experience, great new beginnings that would become worldwide popular acts. I would bet to this day Stevie B is performing somewhere. Hammer is Hammer, and LL became who he is. But I was all right there to see that from the beginning. It was a memory I'll never forget. It was interesting, and everybody ended up being who they became. Tell me what you think about the story. Comment, like, follow, share, and thanks for your time.